So how about that movie that we don't remember the name of?
The Darkest Hour.
The Darkest Hour in Minds.
Featuring Winston Churchill. That was the wrong movie. Mm-hmm. Alright. There's our blooper. Okay.
3, 2.
You did that the last time. That's your signature
It's
thing.
my signature.
What's up, everybody? Guess what? We're doing an after theater review with Angeline.
Hi.
Which doesn't happen too often. I always have to pull teeth to get her to be in front of a camera.
Nah, I'm always hiding somewhere.
I don't know why. She has such the prettiest face. Okay. So today's after theater review is of The Darkest Minds. We just saw this just not too long ago, like maybe 20 minutes ago or something.
I've already forgotten everything.
So, I'm just gonna read what IMDb says what the movie's about, and if I don't like it, I'll change it per usual. So, The Darkest Minds is about, after a disease killed 98% of children and young people in the United States, the 2% who managed to survive have developed superpowers, but have been locked in internment camps after being declared a threat. One of those 16-year-old girls, Ruby, manages to escape from her camp and joins a group of teenagers fleeing government forces. Sums it up, yeah.
Pretty much.
We're good with that.
90% or 98%?
It said 98%.
98%.
It's a lot.
In continuity, that was... That's like a word.
What are words?
Right.
So, the movie's based on a young adult novel by, I think they said Alex Bracken. Neither of us have ever read the book. I'm kind of intrigued to read it before we saw the movie, but I now want to read it even more so after seeing it, because it seems pretty interesting.
Might add a few little plot points that weren't in the movie.
Yeah, hopefully less romance. I doubt it, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, they may have added that for the movie. Maybe.
So, let's get to the stuff that we liked in the movie. The good parts. I'll let you go first. What you liked in the movie.
What I liked is, let's see, I like, a lot of people talked about, the fact that it was, I guess, lower budget, if you consider, what was it?
Yeah.
$34 million. Low budget.
Yeah, we watched some video about, like, why it bombed in the box office by Looper. I'll put, like, a card up there somewhere, and you can watch it.
And I actually like that about it. I'm not big on the CG for the sake of CG, where it's, if when you're working with a lower budget movie, you don't want to see the low budget CG. It doesn't help the movie at all. And I just thought it was to me it was well done.
Yeah, I liked what you said. I kind of agree. Well, mostly agree. I like that it wasn't super CG. They just kind of used it when needed to be used.
Yeah.
So I think they used their budget well. I mean, I guess just all the powers and then the changing of the eyes. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that was a neat way.
So they kind of separate all the kids into different colors, which I thought was, I don't know, like that moment of where you're like
on the nose.
You're like, too soon.
Yeah.
I was like, kids internment camps? A little timely there. So I was kind of like, I think before we watched the video of like why it didn't do well in the box office, I was trying to like hypothesize what could have been the problem, and I thought of the whole like, well, maybe because of what's going on in America, maybe that's why it didn't do well. But
what one thing you can look up, what year was the book written?
2012.
2012.
Okay, so the book came out 6 years ago. Not so bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, compared to like The Giver.
It's like, here's book, here's movie.
Yeah. I actually like that movie. I don't know. Some people didn't like The Giver. They thought it was bland and just lacked the color of the book or something. I don't know. Whatever.
But anyway, back to The Darkest Minds.
Yeah, so, yeah, I liked the same thing that you did with the not overabundance of like CGI and stuff. I thought the characters were interesting too. They're very diverse.
Yeah, you could actually, describe them without,
and each of them kind of fell into the spectrum of the color system of, was it green, blue, yellow, red and orange, but there wasn't a red in the group. No reds.
You'll find out.
So, in the internment camp, they kind of like separate them into colors, which I've mentioned, and apparently the orange and the reds are the worst. They're, in a sense of, they're the most dangerous, so they just kind of get rid of them, supposedly. So...
They want
obedient children, because adults are afraid of children with power. Sounds timely as well.
Yeah.
Why is this movie too close to home? Let's see. I know this, okay, so that Looper video I'm gonna link to, I disagree with that. They said that the action was kind of, murky or bland or something. I thought it was enough action.
It was fine. Yeah, it was enough. Also, since it's the first movie in however many, hopefully, that are made, you kind of want a slower start to get, the characters in and get the plot kind of sorted.
And plus there was, I guess, the context of they were kind of in an obedient state, so they weren't they were kind of afraid to retaliate physically like everybody else.
And not every movie has to be, why must everything invariably explode? You don't need that. You don't need that all the time.
Yeah.
So, I had no problems with that.
I also kind of liked some of the adult characters, mostly Mandy Moore and the other guy, I don't know who he was, like her partner.
Oh, her partner,
Yeah, I thought she was an interesting character. The adults don't play a really big part or anything, but...
Not right now, anyway.
Yeah. But I thought they were interesting. I mean, at least them two. The other ones were very... Well,
you don't see much of them.
No, they were kind of generic, like, be the a-hole. Just scream and stuff, and, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess a more specific point is I thought it had a really good beginning of, like, introducing us to Ruby and her world and her situation so we can feel the same way she feels. Like,
yeah, it didn't start off slow, it put you right in there.
Yeah.
It didn't pull any punches.
Yeah. So I really liked being able to see her interact with her family and then everything that she felt, and you kind of felt that too, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're into the story. Like you said, you just jump right in there.
Yeah.
So I like those things, and I thought it pulled me in enough for me to, like, want a sequel. Whether it gets a sequel or not, I don't know. That'd be great.
Yeah, and the pacing was pretty good. You didn't have too much of the, let's, move time around, you got the flashbacks or anything like that. You didn't have too much of that, which is always good.
Yeah, I think I guess the mind thing kind of worked well. When they did the flashback stuff, they seamlessly edit that in very well, where it's not like, okay, it's time for flashback.
Here's some plot points. Here's what you didn't know.
Yeah, it was more of like, oh, I accidentally touched this person now, and now I see what's going on. So
yeah, it was the pacing was good. It was everything was thoroughly explained within the movie.
So I guess stuff we don't like.
We don't like.
I guess since I started with you with the likes, I'll do the dislikes then. Something I don't like is the YA trope of love. I'm so tired of, like, we have to give them a love interest, and I wish we didn't have to have a love interest.
No platonic relationships. You have horny kids.
Yeah. Teenagers, they want to be with other teenagers.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of get it because, like, he wasn't around anybody his age, but, like, I kind of wish their, like, I guess attraction was a little bit more seamless. It kind of seemed like all of a sudden to me. Like, oh, all of a sudden, I think you're beautiful, and I will take a bullet for you. It just kind of, like, jumped, and I was like, this is a lot.
You didn't have that organic love.
Yes, that.
You should. It's like, we were meant to be together because the plot said so.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that like teenagers, I guess, I don't know. I never felt it. I never was a teenager.
This movie wasn't for us.
I mean, I feel like they wouldn't like in real life be like, I've known you for like
2 hours.
2 hours, and now I will die for you.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't do that. It would at least be a week. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Taking dinner. Well, they did have dinner. They had Twinkies.
they had the Twinkies.
Yeah, Twinkies.
Delicious.
Twinkies with a fork.
Proper
Twinkie etiquette.
Proper Twinkies. Yeah, I that's something I didn't care for too much. It was a little too serious for that amount of time. But I know they do that with adults too, but I complain about that. So when I was returning,
My turn. Something I didn't like. Besides what you had said, I'm trying to think of something that was just... I did say before the pacing was pretty good, but some things they did speed up. You could tell that they were trying to cram a whole bunch of story into that one movie, maybe thinking that they weren't going to have a sequel or a trilogy or whatever the books are.
I don't know how many there are.
Yeah. But yeah, some of it was a little fast to be believable, especially as far as trusting people and kind of figuring out what. But I mean, I guess if you're in that situation, you learn to trust but verify. I guess. Yeah.
Did you get that blue stamp or check mark? Are you verified?
You verify. I am not a robot. No, but yeah, it's. I really couldn't find too much to dislike because, I mean, it was pretty much your standard by the book kind of superpower.
I was gonna like say like I didn't like the genericness, but
yeah,
I didn't really hate it. I kind of expected it in a way.
Yeah, it was
like, oh, there's the misunderstanding now. We're mad. Oh, now we made up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, that was kind of. They kind of got over that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess that's good in a way, not long and drawn out. That's always refreshing.
Yeah. I don't like the long drawn out misunderstanding stuff. Those are so silly.
No. I get enough of that with Korean dramas. They take 8 episodes to figure out will they, won't they, just
hear that generic Korean OST ballad. Sorry.
Yes. We need to sell these CDs. But, yeah, it's... Still trying to, parse some parts of the movie because, we just saw it, I'm like, I don't remember. But
also at the same time trying not to ruin it either.
Yeah, I probably spoiled most of the movie by now.
So they all die at the end.
No.
Done.
I don't feel so.
We ran on the beach and I told you, you're beautiful. And I love you.
Then I threw sand in your face.
So, yeah, I think a little bit of the genericness I didn't like, but I also didn't mind it because I kind of expected it.
Yeah, you're used to that with the YA stuff.
Like, really, I think if you want to go see the movie, don't expect some mind-blowing change of something new, because it's really nothing new.
It's definitely by the numbers. And I can see that's why people may have not liked it or something like that. It's pretty generic.
But I guess the characters make it intriguing. I guess for me, that's why I was like, I'm invested, because I like these people.
The characters are fun. The story, like I said, is by the numbers, but the characters do make it... They were more believable.
Yeah. I want to see the revolution. I want to join the revolution.
Yeah.
I want to be orange.
Blue.
Actually, blue wouldn't be too bad. I think I want to do blue. I don't know. Blue or orange.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Or maybe green. I don't think I'm that smart.
You're smart. You're smart.
I'm not book smart. I don't know Chinese alphabet.
Chinese alphabet.
Viking
Korean
alphabet. All the alphabets to solve the stuff. So.
Doing all that math.
So yeah, if you like, semi, like a little bit of dysphoric X-Men-ish.
If you like kids with superpowers.
Kids with superpowers, fighting the man.
Doing the right thing.
This is a good movie for you. Give it a chance. I think it deserves more, I guess, box office buzz, even though, I mean...
And it's not as... I mean, the beginning, yeah, but it's not as just... How to say...
It's not a very, like, action-y movie.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of go, lots of fighting and all this stuff. It's very...
You have some wholesome stuff in between where you can take a breather from all of the dark, gritty movie reboots that we've had.
It's kind of... It makes you actually think a little bit about stuff. Because I know I was, like, really thinking deeply on the whole internment camp, separating in colors, and... I don't know, being afraid of the other and stuff. I mean, sure, that's like stuff that's been in X-Men, but I think this is, I guess, a little more digestible and in more simpler terms. Where I guess
you don't have to have the comic narrative. You don't need to have read a whole bunch of stories before this. It's kind of already laid out for you.
Yeah. So I'll be checking out the book at some point. So when my local library gets it. But, I recommend it. Check it out.
I thought it was good.
I guess if I had to, like, number rate it, maybe, like, 3.5. Like, not quite 4, maybe 4, has potential to be 4.
3.8.
3.8?
Like yeah,
okay.
3.8.
There you go. It's not quite 4, but not quite a 3. Because 3s are usually, like, eh. But yeah, check it out. I don't regret not seeing it.
Yeah, it's a nice, safe movie that...
Yeah, if you need a break from watching Ant-Man for like the 5th time, like, go see Darkest Minds. I've heard Darkest Hour is pretty good too, but I don't know, I've never seen it.
Just watch all of the movies with Darkest in the title. You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, so, that's it for the review. Special thanks to Medical patrons. You know who you are. Alex G, Affiliate, and I'm your Maven. If you want to see more videos with maybe Angeline sometimes, and me, hit the subscribe button if you like the video. Hit the thumbs up, and if you want early access and extra perks, you can go to Patreon and all that stuff, and we'll see you later. Peace.